my channel. It's me, Jenny. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and hit that bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a video. I'm for sure going to upload at least once a week, but I do want to get to the point where I can upload 2 to 3 videos a week for you guys. I asked you guys a couple days ago on Instagram some questions you guys had for me so I could film this Q&A, sit and chat with y'all, just kind of like a Q&A. How's life going? Let's just chat it up. I got my coffee right here, y'all. Haven't had any caffeine today, so yes ma'am. I genuinely like McDonald's coffee better than Starbucks. Comment down below, like, which one wakes you up more, Starbucks coffee or McDonald's? Like, at one point I would have said maybe like a year or two ago that Starbucks coffee was it, but now I feel like it's watered down. I just really wish, I pray that McDonald's will offer sweet cold foam, because that's really the deal breaker for me. Like, the sweet cold foam is everything. I wished McDonald's did that. But anyway, this is a caramel iced coffee with extra cream. I got miracles on miracles. The first question that someone asked me was, would I ever get work done? And as soon as I read that, I immediately thought, oh, like, she's talking like plastic surgery or anything like that. When I first had Gianna, I was really wanting to get a BBL. Obviously I did not, but I really wanted to get a BBL or either a tummy tuck. And I think my perception has kind of changed after having Kimmery. There are some things I would like to improve on my body, but I think I just want to go the natural route and just work out and see where that can get me, because when I wanted to get a BBL with Gianna, I was not working out consistently to even say like, oh, I could actually quote unquote snap back, right? I wasn't allowing myself to work out consistently, being patient to see the progress, and then, you know, weighing out my options then. I don't think I would get any work done. Sometimes I want to. I'm not quite sure if that is just social media weighing on me sometimes, or what it is that is driving me to want to get it done, but that was mostly with Gianna, my first. Now I'm more like, I'll just work out. With how many tattoos do I have? Funny thing is, I really only, well, it's not really funny. I have 2 tattoos. I have one behind my ear that says Gianna, and I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to notice it now on TikTok because I wear my hair up so often. But yeah, it says Gianna right here, and this is behind my right ear. And then I also have Joshua tatted like right on the side here. So no one really like sees it unless I'm wearing like a bathing suit. I do plan on getting Kimmery tatted as well. And then I do want to get like one more tattoo in red. So also comment down below maybe some inspiration ideas. I want to get a red tattoo. I don't know the placement, but I just think red looks so nice. I don't know, like maybe my cousins, my 3 cousins, my Lola, which is, Lola means grandma in the Philippines, if you didn't know, Lola, that's what you call your grandparents. So my Lola passed away before I was born, but she really loved playing like mahjong and everything. So my 3 cousins got like a mahjong tatted here. A mahjong is it's a game. You can look it up if you don't know what it is, but I kind of want to get that tatted on me too. I'm like, I want to be a part of the crew. Like, hold up. But yeah. I only have 2 tattoos, but I plan on for sure getting one more for Kimmery. Just not sure if I should put it behind my other ear or if I should put it like on my arm. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Another question was, how do you maintain your hair and skin and style all while being a wife and mom? Honestly, y'all, that's a very tricky question. I just like wake up every day and try my best to do something for myself. And I don't care what anybody says, like, you just feel better when you feel put together, whatever that means to you. You feel better. You feel like you can conquer the day. You're in a better mindset overall, at least in my opinion. When I wake up, I brush my teeth. Well, duh. Let's be real. We gonna brush our teeth regardless because we ain't trying to kill nobody with our breath. But like doing my hair, my makeup, or if I'm doing makeup, because I really do like light makeup, but like doing my eyebrows and putting on an outfit, like, I just feel better. I feel better. When you feel like you look good, you feel better. That's really how I maintain doing it every day, because I like how I feel. I feel like I'm ready to conquer the day in a better mindset. What is your favorite thing to do by yourself? I'm not quite sure. I feel like I'm still figuring myself out after, being a wife and having 2 kids on what does Jenny like? What does she enjoy doing? I have a few things. I'm not quite sure if this is my most favorite, but it is definitely on the top of my head. I love to listen to other people sing on TikTok and try to sing if I could sing exactly like them. I don't know why. I just love doing that. Or making duet covers to people and never posting them. The amount of drafts that I had at one point of a whole bunch of duets is actually embarrassing. Embarrassing. Would you ever have another baby? So, okay, this is my perspective on it. Josh and I both mutually agree, like, we just want 2 kids. Now, I'm 23, so I'm still young, obviously, right? And a lot of people ask on here too, like, oh, you don't want to give your Josh a boy, you don't want a boy. And honestly, for me, it's more of, it's not like the having a child that is like, I don't want to have a child, but going through postpartum again for a 3rd time, could I do it? Yes, I know I could do it, but do I want to do it? No. So I feel like I really am content with just being a family of 4 and having 2 kids. Now I can't tell the future, only God knows, but I think Josh and I are pretty set mutually both on having 2 kids. But I guess, I can't be concrete on that because I guess our perspectives could change and we could be like, oh, let's go for a 3rd, but I don't think so. The chances of that occurring, I think, are very slim, in my opinion. What was your biggest pregnancy craving? With Kimmery, I craved French toast every morning dang near. French toast with whipped cream and strawberries. And the funny thing is, I absolutely usually hate French toast. I used to think it was disgusting. I did not know how so many people can eat it and be like, ooh, it is so yummy. Because I would literally be like, that's ghetto and nasty. Like, I cannot. When I say it's ghetto, y'all, I don't literally mean it's ghetto. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a saying I say all the time. So don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Yeah, that was my biggest craving. How do you keep your milk supply and stay motivated with pumping? So how do I keep my milk supply up? I feel like that is a very common question that I get asked on all my platforms. And I feel so awful when I say this, but I really don't know what it is. I really just feel like it's all God, because I don't think I'm doing anything to keep it up besides being consistent with the pumping, if that makes sense. I do try my best to stay hydrated. I drink a lot of water. I can't even say that I do my best on eating because sometimes my eating habits can be crap. So I wouldn't even rely on that, but I definitely try my best to stay consistent with my pumping. So every 3 to 4 hours is when I pump for about 10 minutes. And I haven't had a dip in my milk supply, and I'm truly thankful for that because with my first, I was a formula-fed baby pretty much dang near. So yeah, that's honestly the answer to that one. How did Gigi adjust to Kimmery, expecting my 2nd daughter in a few months? First off, congratulations, that's so exciting. Gigi, I feel like adjusted really, really well. She blew my mind, if I'm being honest. I don't know. I didn't think she was gonna be a mean sister. I honestly just didn't know how she was gonna react to another baby. Because my brother, for example, they had their first baby. She's either 8 months. No, I think at the end of this month, she'll be 8 months. So we saw her for the first time, and I think she was about 2 months. I was still pregnant with Kimmery at the time. And Gigi, I wanted to see, I feel like, oh, that's the test run. Let's see how she interacts with her cousin, and we'll see like how she'll kind of interact with her sibling when she gets here. And she just kind of like didn't even, like, she looked at Ava. Ava is my brother's daughter's name, just for reference. You're like, who's Ava? Who's Ava? But, because isn't even in Grey's Anatomy, don't the John Doe girl, isn't her name Ava? Like, they changed her name to Ava? No? Right? I don't know. Anyway, so basically, them interacting, I was like, oh, okay, like, Gigi's not even gonna, like, give Kimmery the time of day, because Gigi was over Ava, like, quick. Like, she said her little hi, touched her toes, and then, like, forgot that she was even there. But completely different when Kimmery came. She was so loving from the jump. So loving, wanted to be so involved, wanted to help with, like, her bottle or with her pacifier. It was just honestly so heartwarming. And even with now, Gigi is so helpful with Kimmery and wants to hold her, wants to hug her, wants to kiss her. Every night she's like, good night, because her name's Kimmery, right? My second baby girl. And Gigi always says, good night, Kimmery, or hi, Kimmery. And it's so funny because now we call Kimmery, hi, Kimmery. So instead of like 2 M's, it sounds like she's saying like 5 M's to say Kimmery. She's like, hi, Kimmery. And it's so cute. She always does this with her little finger. I love it. But yeah, that's how she adjusted to Kimmery. Where am I from? Born and raised in Cali. I literally have not traveled very much. I do want to change a lot, but I haven't traveled or really only gone to like Ohio. Don't even remember that. New York twice. Loved that. And yeah, where else have I traveled? Like nowhere. I've literally been born and raised California. I've been here my whole life. That was a quick answer to that. How did you and Josh meet? So basically, Josh had a Twitter. Well, he still has a Twitter, but I don't think he has access to that same Twitter that he had. But he had a Twitter and a Snapchat, and I followed him on both of those. And he would always post. Josh has always been like the funny guy. Like he was always posting like crazy funny content. So fast forward, I graduate, bada bing, bada boom. We out here. And Josh ends up DMing me, right, on Snapchat again, or messaging. And he was like saying I'm cute, da 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 da. And at the time I was like hooked on to my ex, or like trying to work things out, see if there was potential there. So that's like kind of what I told him. But so then we just kept messaging as friends, and then fast forward, he like drunk texted me because he wanted me to go to a party that he was hosting, which didn't happen, da da da. And then we ended up meeting up at my friend's house. Daisy, shout out to her. We've been friends for such a long time. Love her. Anyway, but we met up at her house. I was at her house originally, and then Josh pulled up to her house, and me and him talked for a couple of hours outside. And after that, I feel like we've been literally inseparable ever since. Have you ever got to a point and wanted to call it quits with Josh? No. Call it quits? No. We have had some arguments where tying back to, let me just sum it up. I had issues with my parents, and I were not seeing eye to eye, and they also weren't seeing eye to eye with our relationship, just because I wasn't really honest about our relationship from the jump. So that created some division and all of that. And during that period, with me being separated from my family, it created a lot of like pressure on me. I was like, oh, I'm not sure, but never to the point where I wanted to just up and leave. But we've had like arguments where I have said like, is this gonna be okay? Like, are we gonna be okay? Are we gonna work through it? Like, is this the smart option for both of us? But no, I truly believe God has been in our relationship, and God has blessed it. And even the things that we didn't do that weren't honoring God, I feel like God can turn your mistakes into blessings, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. How do I deal with postpartum? Y'all, I roll with the punches. I'm just kidding. I just try my best every day, because if you have ever experienced postpartum, it comes in waves. It literally comes in waves. Like, you could be like, and then like next second, you know what I mean? That's literally what it feels like. It's literally what it feels like. I don't even know how else to explain that. It's truly ghetto. I do not like postpartum. But I was reading an article, and Josh was also mentioning it to me as well, that postpartum comes in waves, obviously, right? But also there are things that trigger you to have a postpartum episode, if that makes any sense. So I think the hard part in navigating is figuring out what are those things that trigger you to have a postpartum like episode. So for example, me, I do not like being in a super cluttered room or a cluttered house. Like, there could be clutter to an extent, but like when it's cluttered past my extent, all hell breaking loose, for real. And I think that's the hardest part, is navigating what are those things that trigger you to get flustered, frustrated, and then your mood switches. And because once you have that postpartum moment, it's hard to get out of that emotion. I just pray a lot. I try to be as open about it as I can with Josh, because that's another thing with postpartum. Sometimes it's really hard to explain what it is that you're feeling and why you're feeling that way when you don't even know yourself, right? Like, if you know how they always say, like, You really know if you know a subject or know a topic, if you can teach that topic to somebody else who knows nothing about it. Bruh, if I don't even know what's going on with me, how am I supposed to explain? How am I supposed to explain? The math ain't mathing. I don't know. But Josh has truly been so supportive and really been there, just like listening to me, calming me down, encouraging me. And I'm really thankful for that, because postpartum is so hard within itself. You definitely don't want to deal with it alone. And I really feel for all the mothers that are out there that deal with that alone, or just don't have that much of a support system around them. Advice on dating while being Christian. I was sinning, so I don't know, but my advice would probably be to, I don't know, I would say try not to put yourself in tempting situations, right? Because you're not supposed to like do the deed while, you know, you're not married. So try not to put yourself in situations where your flesh will win. So you could do it. God is a God who does it all. He's an able God. You could do it. Let's see. I think that sums it up, all the questions that I screenshotted from Instagram. If you guys ever want to be a part of that, you guys can follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I usually do my polls and questions though on Instagram, so you definitely can follow me there. If you want to help me out with like content ideas or like this, a Q&A, comment some questions for me. But I hope you guys enjoy this little sit down video. Has my collar been like this the whole entire time? Be for real, girl. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.